Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're talking about the tragic deaths of famous WWE wrestlers who left us far too soon. These legends passed away at a young age, and we'll dive into the reasons behind their untimely passings, from health issues to accidents. Their loss shocked the world and left a huge impact on the WWE universe. But that's not all. We've also got some very bad news about Steve Austin. Stay with us till the end to find out what's going on with her. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Paul Bunyan, the legendary figure of American folklore, remains a towering symbol of strength, ingenuity, and the pioneering spirit that shaped the early days of the United States. Renowned as a giant lumberjack with unparalleled skills, Bunyan was said to have been born in the dense forests of the American North. His colossal strength and expertise in logging earned him a cherished place in the timber industry and the hearts of many. Always accompanied by his faithful blue ox, Babe, Paul's adventures are credited with shaping the landscape of the nation, from clearing vast forests to creating geographical marvels like the Great Lakes. Bunyan's legendary exploits are celebrated as testaments to American ruggedness and innovation. Tales of his feats, such as single-handedly making way for new settlements or carving out entire rivers with his axe, highlight his role as a cultural icon. His story embodies the perseverance and ingenuity that defined early settlers and their quest to transform untamed wilderness into thriving communities. Yet behind the myth, Bunyan's life carried a sobering reality. The immense physical demands of his labor took a severe toll, leading to health complications over time. Despite his unparalleled strength, even Bunyan was not immune to the effects of overwork. He ultimately succumbed to heart disease, a condition worsened by years of relentless strain. His death was a poignant reminder of the costs of a life spent pushing the limits of human endurance. The passing of Paul Bunyan left an indelible mark on his community. While mourners grieved his loss, it also spurred reflections on the sacrifices made by laborers in the logging industry. Today, Paul Bunyan lives on through literature, monuments, and festivals, serving as a lasting symbol of strength, determination, and the price of progress. Dino Bravo, born Adolfo Bresciano in 1948 in Montreal, Quebec, emerged as one of professional wrestling's most iconic figures during the 1970s and 1980s. With his towering physique and exceptional strength, Bravo earned the moniker the Canadian Strongman, a tribute to his remarkable athleticism and power. He began his career in the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, where his technical skills and charisma quickly made him a standout performer. Later, he transitioned to the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, where he became one of the most prominent figures of his era. Bravo's in-ring persona often leaned into arrogance and bravado, portraying a fiercely patriotic Canadian who relished antagonizing American wrestlers. His most notable triumph came in 1986 when he captured the WWF World Tag Team Championship with Greg the Hammer Valentine, cementing his place in wrestling history. However, Bravo's life outside the ring was fraught with controversy. Persistent rumors linked him to organized crime, particularly within the Montreal Mafia, and suggested involvement in illicit activities, including cigarette smuggling. Tragically, these allegations took on a darker reality. On March 10, 1993, Bravo was found dead in his Montreal home, the victim of multiple gunshot wounds. Authorities speculated his murder was tied to his criminal associations, though no one was ever charged, leaving his case unsolved. The violent end to his life shocked fans and underscored the perilous consequences of entangling fame with illegal pursuits. Bravo's death sent ripples through the wrestling world, where he was mourned as both a trailblazing athlete and a charismatic entertainer. While his family grappled with the devastating loss, fans and colleagues reflected on his contributions to the sport. Dino Bravo remains a symbol of both triumph and tragedy, a celebrated performer whose legacy endures alongside the cautionary lessons his story imparts. Big John Studd, born John Minton on February 19, 1948 in Butler, Pennsylvania, was a towering presence in professional wrestling during the 1970s and 1980s. Standing an imposing 6 feet 10 inches and weighing over 400 pounds, Studd was celebrated for his immense size, power, and charisma, qualities that made him a natural fit for the larger-than-life world of wrestling. A prominent figure in major promotions, including the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF, which later became WWE, Studd embodied the archetype of the dominant big man. Studd's wrestling career was defined by his role as a formidable and often villainous giant. He rose to prominence in the 1970s, engaging in legendary feuds with icons such as Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. One of his most unforgettable storylines unfolded in 1984 during the early days of the Royal Rumble. His heated rivalry with Andre the Giant captivated fans as the two titans clashed in battles that showcased their extraordinary size and strength. Studd's ability to compete against wrestling's biggest stars, both figuratively and literally, solidified his reputation as a force to be reckoned with. Tragically, Big John Studd passed away on March 20th, 1995, at the age of 47, from complications related to liver cancer. His diagnosis had come shortly before his untimely death, leaving the wrestling community and his family devastated. In 2004, Studd was posthumously inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, ensuring his legacy as one of wrestling's most memorable figures. His contributions to the sport and his influence on future generations of wrestlers endure, with fans continuing to celebrate his larger-than-life persona and achievements in the ring. Owen Hart, born on May 7, 1965 in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, was a celebrated professional wrestler renowned for his technical mastery, charismatic humor, and extraordinary in-ring talent. The youngest son of the iconic Stu Hart, Owen was part of the illustrious Hart wrestling dynasty, which left an indelible mark on the industry. He began his wrestling career in the late 1980s with Stampede Wrestling, a promotion founded by his father. Owen's early success opened doors to other promotions, including New Japan Pro Wrestling, where his technical prowess shone, and the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, where he gained global recognition. During the 1990s, Owen emerged as one of the WWF's most versatile and entertaining performers. Initially cast as a brash villain dubbed the King of Hearts, he later endeared himself to fans with his wit and athleticism. Owen's career highlights included winning the 1994 King of the Ring tournament and engaging in a legendary feud with his brother Bret Hart, producing some of the most emotionally charged and technically superb matches in wrestling history. He also captured multiple championships, including the prestigious WWF Intercontinental Championship, further cementing his reputation as a skilled and adaptable wrestler. On May 23, 1999, Owen's life was tragically cut short during the Over-the-Edge pay-per-view event. While performing a stunt involving a harness descent from the rafters, a rigging malfunction caused him to fall 78 feet, resulting in fatal injuries. His untimely death profoundly impacted the wrestling world, prompting significant changes in safety protocols. Owen's legacy endures through his family, fans, and peers, as well as his posthumous induction into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2019. He remains a revered figure whose contributions continue to inspire generations of wrestlers. Crash Holly, born Michael John Lockwood on August 25, 1971 in Brooklyn, New York, carved a unique legacy in professional wrestling through his dynamic performances and unforgettable persona. Known for his high-flying maneuvers, impeccable comedic timing, and gritty underdog character, Crash stood out as a versatile entertainer during his tenure with the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Under the moniker Crash Holly, he became synonymous with the chaotic and unpredictable hardcore division, a segment of WWF programming that featured no-holds-barred matches often involving weapons and outrageous stunts. Crash's crowning achievement came with his reign as the WWF Hardcore Champion, a title notorious for its 24/7 rule, which allowed challengers to ambush the champion at any time, anywhere. This rule showcased Crash's knack for humor and creativity as he hilariously defended his title in settings ranging from airports to playgrounds. His rivalries with iconic wrestlers like the Big Boss Man, Taz, and The Godfather not only solidified his reputation as a resilient competitor, but also contributed to some of the most entertaining moments in the hardcore division. Additionally, Crash's participation in the high-octane tag team scene alongside the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian further cemented his role in shaping the exhilarating style that defined the Attitude Era. Tragically, Crash Holly's life was cut short on November 6, 2003, when he passed away at just 32 years old due to an apparent suicide by drug overdose and alcohol poisoning. Found in his Florida home, his untimely death exposed the emotional struggles and substance abuse issues that often plague professional wrestlers. His passing devastated the wrestling community, sparking critical discussions about the mental health challenges faced by athletes both during and after their careers. Crash's legacy remains a poignant reminder of the sacrifices entertainers make to bring joy to their audiences. He is fondly remembered for his boundless dedication, infectious charisma, and enduring contributions to WWE's hardcore division, where his performances continue to resonate as a hallmark of creativity and determination. John Huber, professionally known as Luke Harper, was born on December 16, 1979, in Rochester, New York, and rose to prominence as a professional wrestler celebrated for his dynamic contributions to the sport. Huber began his career on the independent wrestling circuit, where he honed his craft and cultivated a unique style characterized by an effective combination of brute strength and surprising agility for a wrestler of his size. During this formative period, he competed in notable promotions such as Chikara and Ring of Honor, which provided a platform to showcase his burgeoning talent and establish his reputation. His exceptional performances eventually led to a contract with World Wrestling Entertainment (WWE) in 2012, marking the beginning of a remarkable chapter in his career. Within WWE, Huber achieved significant recognition as a member of the Wyatt family, a faction portrayed as a sinister cult-like collective led by Bray Wyatt. As the group's enforcer, Huber adopted a menacing persona that underscored his ability to embody complex character work, complementing his physical prowess in the ring. The faction's eerie, compelling narrative made them one of WWE's most memorable and impactful storylines of the era. Additionally, Huber demonstrated his versatility through his work as part of the Bludgeon Brothers, a dominant tag team with Eric Rowan, with whom he won the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. His hard-hitting style, agility, and imposing presence made him a respected figure in professional wrestling. Tragically, John Huber passed away on December 26, 2020, at just 41 years old. His sudden death, attributed to a lung condition, left a profound void in the wrestling world. Huber was widely mourned not only for his contributions to wrestling, but also for his reputation as a dedicated professional, a devoted family man, and a kind-hearted individual. The British Bulldog, born David Smith on November 27, 1962, in Wigan, England, was a revered and beloved figure in professional wrestling, celebrated for his extraordinary strength, athleticism, and blue-collar charisma. Smith's rise to fame came as a cornerstone of both the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, and later World Championship Wrestling, WCW. Making his WWE debut in 1984, he swiftly made a name for himself as a top-tier performer, known for his powerful solo performances and his partnership with his cousin, Dynamite Kid, as the British Bulldogs. The duo won the WWF Tag Team Championships, cementing their place as one of the most dominant teams in the division. David's career reached a pinnacle in 1992, when he won the WWF Intercontinental Championship in a legendary match against Bret Hart at SummerSlam. The victory, in front of a raucous crowd of British fans, remains one of the most iconic moments in wrestling history. Smith's wrestling style blended explosive power moves with remarkable agility, allowing him to capture the hearts of fans across the world. His success continued in WCW during the mid-1990s, and he remained an international presence in the wrestling scene throughout the 2000s. Tragically, David Smith passed away on May 18, 2002, at just 39 years old due to a heart attack. His untimely death shocked both his family and the wrestling community, as he was known not only for his talent, but also for his kindness and loyalty. His passing highlighted the physical and mental toll of professional wrestling. Smith's legacy endures through his unforgettable performances and his status as a trailblazer for British wrestlers in the WWE. Posthumously inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2020, the British Bulldog remains an enduring symbol of strength, heart, and resilience in the world of wrestling. Steve Bradley, born on October 28, 1973 in Worcester, Massachusetts, was a talented professional wrestler whose athletic prowess and potential made him a standout in the wrestling world. His journey into professional wrestling began in the early 1990s, where he honed his craft under the tutelage of esteemed wrestling instructors. Bradley quickly gained recognition in the independent wrestling circuit, competing in prominent promotions such as the International Wrestling Federation, IWF, and Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW. His technical expertise and in-ring athleticism earned him a reputation as a rising star, setting him apart from many of his peers. In 1998, Bradley's evident promise led to a developmental contract with WWE, then known as WWF. As part of this agreement, he trained at WWE's renowned Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW, facility, which served as a proving ground for future wrestling superstars. While Bradley's appearances on WWE programming were brief, his time in developmental territories showcased his dedication and raw talent. Those who worked alongside him admired his work ethic and skill, often describing him as a wrestler who had all the tools to succeed. However, despite these attributes, Bradley's career trajectory was marked by obstacles. He faced personal struggles, including substance abuse and the unrelenting pressures of professional wrestling, a physically and emotionally demanding industry that often leaves performers vulnerable. On August 23, 2008, Steve Bradley passed away at just 34 years old, his life tragically cut short by a drug overdose. His untimely death deeply affected those who knew him and served as a sobering reminder of the challenges faced by wrestlers behind the scenes. Bradley's legacy endures as both a testament to his talent and a cautionary tale about the difficulties of navigating life in professional wrestling. Jim the Anvil Neidhart, born on February 8, 1955 in Tampa, Florida, was a towering figure in professional wrestling, celebrated for his unmatched strength, dynamic charisma, and his role in the legendary Hart Foundation tag team alongside Bret the Hitman Hart. With his unmistakable mustache, barrel-chested physique, and tough guy demeanor, Neidhart burst onto the World Wrestling Federation, WWF scene in the early 1980s, quickly cementing himself as one of the most memorable personalities of his era. As part of the Hart Foundation, Neidhart's powerful in-ring style complemented Bret Hart's technical expertise, creating one of the most iconic tag teams in wrestling history. Together, they captured multiple WWF Tag Team Championships, thrilling fans with their chemistry, innovative teamwork, and hard-hitting performances. Neidhart's blend of raw power and surprising agility made him a standout in the ring, earning him a devoted following. However, Neidhart's success came with personal and physical struggles. Years of grueling matches took a heavy toll on his body, leading to injuries, particularly to his back and knees. He also faced battles with substance abuse, a challenge shared by many wrestlers of his generation. Despite these difficulties, Neidhart continued to appear in various wrestling promotions after leaving WWF, remaining a respected and admired figure within the wrestling community. On August 13, 2018, tragedy struck when Neidhart suffered a fatal head injury from a fall at his Florida home, leading to a brain hemorrhage. He passed away at the age of 63, leaving the wrestling world in mourning. His daughter, WWE superstar Natalya, and his many colleagues paid tribute to his legacy. Through his contributions to tag team wrestling and his enduring impact on fans, Jim Neidhart's legacy lives on. Eddie Graham, born Edward Josiah Graham on November 15, 1930, in Tampa, Florida, was a legendary figure in professional wrestling, revered for his in-ring talent and groundbreaking influence as a promoter. Rising to fame in the 1950s and 1960s, Graham showcased his wrestling prowess in regional promotions across the United States. However, his true legacy was cemented as the head of Championship Wrestling from Florida, CWF, where his innovative booking and promotional skills transformed the territory into one of the most respected in wrestling history. Under Graham's leadership, CWF became a launchpad for numerous stars of the 1970s and 1980s, including Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, and Barry Windham. Graham's expertise in storytelling, character development, and building compelling rivalries helped elevate these wrestlers, securing their places in wrestling history. His ability to balance athleticism with engaging narratives set a new standard for wrestling promotions, and his influence extended far beyond Florida. Tragically, Eddie Graham died by suicide on January 21, 1985, at the age of 54. The circumstances of his death, attributed to multiple gunshot wounds, sent shockwaves through the wrestling community, where Graham had been a trusted mentor and respected leader. His untimely passing brought attention to the mental health struggles faced by many in the wrestling industry. Despite this somber end, Graham's enduring contributions to professional wrestling are celebrated. His innovative vision for the sport and his dedication to nurturing talent solidify his status as one of wrestling's greatest minds, while his story serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of mental health awareness in the industry. Steve Austin, affectionately known as Stone Cold, is a name synonymous with the world of professional wrestling. His remarkable journey from a young boy in Texas to one of the sport's most iconic figures is a tale of grit, charisma, and an unwavering passion for wrestling. Austin's impact on the industry is not merely marked by championships, but also by the cultural shift he helped bring to professional wrestling, making him a true legend. Early life and wrestling aspirations born. Stephen James Anderson on December 18, 1964, in Austin, Texas, Steve Austin was raised in a family that instilled a strong work ethic. As a child, he was captivated by the colorful characters and dramatic storylines of professional wrestling. He would spend hours watching matches, dreaming of one day stepping into the ring himself. After completing high school, Austin pursued a football scholarship at the University of Texas, where his athletic abilities shone through. However, it was clear that his true calling lay elsewhere. After a brief stint in college football, Austin decided to follow his passion for wrestling. He trained under the legendary Chris Adams, immersing himself in the art of wrestling. His debut in 1990 marked the beginning of an arduous yet fulfilling journey through various regional promotions, where he honed his skills and crafted the persona that would eventually captivate millions. The WCW years, a star on the rise. Austin's big break came in World Championship Wrestling, WCW, in the early 1990s. Competing as Stunning Steve Austin, he quickly garnered attention, winning the WCW Television Championship and the WCW Tag Team Championship, alongside partners like Brian Pillman. His talent was undeniable, But it was Austin's unique blend of charisma and intensity that set him apart from his peers. Despite his success, Austin often found himself frustrated with the creative direction in WCW. In 1995, feeling underutilized and constrained, he made the bold decision to join the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now known as WWE. This decision would alter the course of his career and the landscape of professional wrestling itself. The birth of Stone Cold. Upon his arrival in WWF, Austin was initially cast in a less impactful role, but that would soon change. In 1996, he unleashed the character that would become a phenomenon. Stone Cold Steve Austin, embracing a rebellious persona that rejected authority and embraced chaos, he quickly became a fan favorite. The defining moment of this transformation came during his famous Austin 316 promo, where he declared, "I just whipped your ass," after defeating Jake Roberts at the King of the Ring tournament. This catchphrase resonated deeply with fans, signaling the dawn of the Attitude Era. Austin's anti-hero persona struck a chord with audiences during a time of societal upheaval. His defiance against authority, particularly his confrontations with WWE Chairman Vince McMahon, became legendary. The Austin-McMahon rivalry became one of the most iconic storylines in wrestling history, symbolizing a broader rebellion against corporate dominance and conformity. Championship triumphs and cultural impact. Throughout his career, Austin's in-ring achievements were matched only by his cultural impact. He won the WWE Championship 6 times and held numerous other titles, solidifying his status as a top draw in the company. His memorable feuds with other wrestling icons, including The Rock, Triple H, and Kurt Angle, produced some of the most unforgettable matches in WWE history. Austin's contributions during the Attitude Era helped propel WWE into the mainstream, turning it into a cultural phenomenon. His confrontations with Vince McMahon provided thrilling television, drawing massive ratings and ushering in a new era of programming that blended sports with entertainment. This era not only changed the way wrestling was presented, but also attracted a broader audience, including casual fans who tuned in to see the drama unfold. Austin's popularity extended beyond the ring. He became a merchandise powerhouse, with his catchphrases and merchandise selling like hotcakes. The iconic image of Austin raising a beer can after a hard-fought victory became a symbol of his rebellious spirit. His character resonated with fans who found empowerment in his defiance and strength in his persona. Retirement and continued influence. Despite his immense success, Austin's career was marred by injuries, particularly to his neck. These health issues forced him to retire from in-ring competition, with his final match taking place at WrestleMania 19 in 2003 against his longtime rival, The Rock. This match was not only a farewell to an extraordinary career, but also a celebration of Austin's legacy in the wrestling world. However, even after retiring, Austin's influence remained profound. He made numerous special appearances in WWE, reminding fans of his iconic status. Austin's charisma and presence ensured he was still a draw for events, with fans eagerly awaiting his return. His persona continued to inspire a new generation of wrestlers who sought to emulate his magnetic appeal. In addition to his wrestling contributions, Austin successfully transitioned to other ventures. He launched his podcast, The Steve Austin Show, where he shares insights about his wrestling career, interviews fellow wrestlers, and discusses the industry at large. The podcast quickly gained popularity, further solidifying his position as a respected figure in entertainment. Austin's storytelling ability and candid nature endeared him to listeners who appreciated his authenticity. Addressing recent rumors and health issues. In recent weeks, unsettling rumors have circulated about Austin, claiming he was involved in a fatal car accident and had passed away. Such alarming news understandably caused panic among his fans and the wrestling community. However, it is vital to clarify that these reports are entirely false. Steve Austin is alive and well. While he has been managing some health issues, he is currently receiving treatment and is in good spirits. The misleading rumors about his passing have no basis in reality. It's essential for fans to focus on supporting him and sending positive energy for his continued recovery. Austin's resilience in the face of adversity is well known. He has faced numerous challenges throughout his career, both in the ring and in his personal life, but he has always emerged stronger. His current health situation is being addressed with the utmost care, and he remains optimistic about his future. Legacy and lasting impact. Steve Austin's legacy as one of the greatest figures in professional wrestling history is undeniable. He transformed the industry with his rebellious persona, unforgettable matches, and incredible charisma. The impact he has made on sports entertainment is profound, influencing countless wrestlers who have followed in his footsteps. Beyond his wrestling achievements, Austin has become a cultural icon, representing the spirit of independence and resilience. His ability to connect with audiences on a personal level has made him a beloved figure in the hearts of fans worldwide. As he continues to navigate his recovery, the support from the wrestling community remains unwavering. In conclusion, Steve Austin's journey is one of triumph, tenacity, and inspiration. From his humble beginnings in Texas to becoming a global icon, his story resonates with anyone who has faced challenges and pursued their dreams. As wrestling fans continue to celebrate his contributions, Austin's influence will undoubtedly be felt for generations to come. His legacy will live on, reminding us that true greatness comes not only from winning championships, but also from the impact we leave on others.